Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Member365 webinar on fundraising. Amplifying your fundraising potential with Member365. It is in this webinar that we will help you create strategies for a successful fundraising campaign. My name is Carlo McDangle. I'm a customer success coach here in Member365. I will be your host in this afternoon's webinar. Likewise, I'm a customer success coach, and I may have help you on your tickets, chat, or help you probably on onboarding your program or currently onboarding your program right now. Okay. I believe in the maxim, your success is our success. So this webinar is exactly designed to help you succeed in managing your membership. So if you succeed, we succeed as well. And so this webinar is designed not only to help increase member engagement into your program, but likewise help you generate funds. Because as the name implies, fundraising, it is a module that will help generate funds needed to benefit your membership as well. Okay. So what is our agenda for this webinar? But before we dive into to the agenda, a few housekeeping rules. We will be muting everyone. Okay. However, if you to ask questions, it will be at the end of this webinar. We have a question and answer session, and then we'll be addressing any of your concerns. Okay. And this webinar is recorded. Okay. Everyone that is in attendance right now will receive a copy of the recording so that you can refer to it any given time. And we'll be posting it as well on our YouTube channel on the knowledge base section on your dashboard. So you can, again, refer to it just in case if you can't see the email anymore, or if you have deleted the email that will be sending right after this webinar, a copy of a link of this webinar. You can always go to our YouTube channel. All our past webinars are archived or are documented in there for our clients to actually use. Okay. So what's our agenda for this afternoon's webinar? We'll be discussing, of course, the fundraising module. Okay. And we'll be discussing the various fundraising settings and how to create a fundraising campaign. And then we'll be discussing how does it look like, the fundraising landing page, okay? And what are the best practices? And if you have any questions at the end, okay? So let's dive into the program. So the fundraising module is conveniently located under modules and then fundraising. If you don't see fundraising on your access, you may need to request your fellow admins to go to your account. They need to go to contacts, view administrators, and just double check on your account. Let's pull up a testing admin's account. And then they will need to go to the permission section in here. And then under the administration tab, they will need to go to the fundraising section, making sure that these are checked off. This box, they need to be checked. If they're not checked, that means you don't have access to that fundraising module in here. Okay. So, but if it's checked, then you can actually access a fundraising module and you can create and edit one. Okay. So we go to modules, fundraising, and then we go to the settings section. Okay. This is where we configure the raising module before we even create one. Okay. The very first one is the campaigns, all of your campaigns that you've created in the past, they will all be in here. Those that are active and those that have been completed, meaning that they've expired, you'll see them in here as well. Okay. So that's the first stop on the settings. If you go back to the settings, the receipt configuration, one of the best practices is to configure the receipt first. That way, when the system will send this receipt, emailed receipt, it will be complete. So we click on manage and the system will bring us to this page and you tell the system, do you want to for the system to send the receipt confirmation email when someone donates more than $10 and it will be sent to your donors. Okay. So the very first one on top, you'll of course putting on the foundation name. In this case, we put Member365 Foundation and the title of the receipt. Okay. We can put this default and you can update it, of course. And the signature section. Okay. And the logo of the receipt, we put the logo in here. and then the footer. You can put a footer in here as well. If you notice on these sections, you can use text, okay? And you can design the text in terms of their font, size, color, okay? You can indent them in a way that you want it, okay? And you can even use tag. We have what we call smart tags. The system automatically pulls the information of your donors, like first name and last name and their company name. More smart tags are located in here in this tags icon in here. Click on it and you'll see the various tags that you can use, okay? Yeah, if you scroll down further, you'll see the receipt data footer that you can put, of course, the receipt number and any other information that you want to add. And receipt donation data will be in here, the donation date, amount, and the receipt date as well. And here is the email that's being sent to them. You can update the content of the email and as well as the subject line. Again, you can update or edit the messaging except for these smart tags, okay? Because these smart tags are constant. Again, they pull information from your contacts, detail or profile that is in your system, okay? And yeah, you can even update the border color accordingly in here, okay? How does this receipt fundraising receipt looks like? Okay, if you go to your knowledge base section, and if you search for how to configure fundraising receipts, further instruction is in here, and then there is an example of a fundraising receipt. This is how it looks like. Okay, and the positioning of the signature, the logo, and details of the invoice are in here. It's not actually that too clear in this image. Not sure if you guys can see it. I already maximized it, but you may want to pull this article up from our knowledge base section, how to configure fundraising receipts, and you'll see an example of that fundraising receipt accordingly. Okay, that's how to configure it. So we go back to the settings. Donation source. So click on manage. When someone donates, it'll be asked, how did you hear about this donation, this fundraising? And you can add more source. For this webinar, we created friend of friend, print advertisement, search engine, or social media. And of course, you can add more by clicking on the add reference in here, or you can streamline it into a more precise or limited choices. You can delete some of this by clicking on the delete icon in there. Okay. Donation badge. Okay, you can actually recognize donors. Okay, based on badges. Okay, so you can create badges just like what we've done in here. We've created this through Canva. You can do that as well. Canva is a free program, or Photoshop, or any program that will produce these levels recognition. Okay, and to create these levels of recognition, these donation levels, just click at the add button. And the system will ask you for the name of the level and then the amount. Like in this case, bronze will be anyone donating from $1 to $99. And then you can upload that logo and then click submit. And right now we've created three, bronze, gold, and silver accordingly. And you tell the system where if you can tell the system to show this badge of contacts in the directory or on the contact profile page. Okay. And tell the system when these badges can appear. Is it all the time in a specific date or month? Okay. So you can actually do that. Okay. So moving along further on the settings. Okay, email message, admin entered the donation. This is where you enter a specific message. When someone donates, you can update this page. Okay. Okay, so that's the settings. Now let's create a fundraiser. Go to modules, fundraising, and create fundraiser. The system will bring us to this page, blank fields, which we need to populate. Okay. For the purpose of this webinar, let's pull up a fundraiser that we've already set up. It will be the same page. It's just that it's already filled up. Okay, it's much easier to actually present it. So we go to modules, fundraising, and then this time manage fundraiser. Okay, it'll bring us to the page where all your fundraisers are, those that are active, and again, those that are completed. Okay, So this is where we edit this fundraising campaign. Okay. So we've created fundraising campaign started on 2023 and ends on October 2025, having the goal of 10,000. So far raised $60. Okay. So we click on the name or the edit tool. Okay. And it'll bring it, sorry, we need to click on the edit tool. Okay. There you go. And there you go. So we basically put the name of the campaign, a description. It will show up on the donation page when they donate, the landing page, our target goal, and you can have a start date and an end date. Okay. Allow recognition entry. Okay. What this does is if this is on, the donor can provide recognition text for donations they make. I'll show you how it looks like on the donation report. Okay. These radio buttons with the question mark symbol, they're scattered all around the different modules. Hover your mouse cursor on each of one of them and it will define a specific button or a specific feature. So it'll definitely help you along the way in setting up any of these modules. Okay. Display donations in landing page, as the name implies. Do you want the donations that you've collected to be displayed? Now, something to encourage donors to actually shell more donation if they see that the goal is still lacking or a little bit low. Okay. And display recognition entry on the donation page. Again, this option will show recognition entry when announcements on the landing page is made. Okay. Then target or display target goal on landing page. So in this case, our target goal is 10,000. It's good to actually display it that way. It's always a team effort when you're trying to raise funds for a good cause. And people will actually help out, especially if they know that you have a target goal in mind. Okay. Now, on the financial management payment methods, do you accept check, credit card, or cash? All you need to do is just click on the button. If it's blue, that means that mode of payment, you're accepting it. Okay. Now, campaign type, will it be based on a basic fundraiser? Okay. Meaning it's straightforward. I donate and it goes to a specific ledger. But if it's fund, okay, it can be dissected into separate fund basket. A good example of this is in a scholarship fund. I can have a fund for Jacob and Hans. So anyone that donates will need to tell me, who are you donating for? Is it for Jacob or for Hans? Okay. Now, adding a fund, just click on add fund and it will add, an additional fund aside from Hans and Jacob. But if you click add fund, the system will ask you for the name of the fund, again, description, and then the fund category will be something to organize all your funds. Okay, it's easier to organize them. And the account name will be the ledger. So this will be the ledger where funds going to Hans will go or to Jacob. So you can differentiate them. Okay. One of the best practices is to use different ledgers for each fundraising campaign. That way, your bookkeeper or accountant make it easier for them to generate a fund report in the financial module based on fundraising, a specific fundraiser. Okay. So that's creating different funds. Now, the fund view can be multi or single. If it's multi, it will show both Jacob and Hans on one page for them to donate. If it's single, then it will have a drop down, okay, for them to choose a drop down field, and the field will present both Jacob and Hans for them to choose. Okay, so in this case, let's choose multi. Okay, for this presentation, designated amounts. Okay, if this is turned on, you can create different designated amounts. We've created $25, 50, 75, 100, 200. And you can add more by typing another designated amounts and click enter. And the system will bring it to that page in here. Okay. But don't worry, these designated amounts are just suggested amounts. They will always be presented with their own amount if they want to donate, other than what you designate, what specific amount that you recommend to them. Okay. Automated recurring billing, if this is turned on, again, an option for them to be charged on their credit card on a monthly or yearly basis or quarterly basis based on the amount that they donated. Okay. And yeah, so once this is done, you just have to click on the save button. Okay. So once it's saved, it's ready. Okay. Now, how does the fundraising page looks like? Now, to see the fundraising page, we need to go to modules, fundraising, and then again, we'll go to manage fundraisers. Okay. Now, instead of clicking on the edit button, now we need to click on the name. It will bring us to the report page. Okay. In this case, it shows us the graphical representation of all that donated. Okay. But we need to grab this URL. Okay. Copy the URL and then we'll put it on a tab. And there you go. This is how it looks like. Okay. So this is the description of the fundraising campaign. And then the goal is here and how many days it's left before it expires and how much has been raised so far. So when you click donate now, and the system will bring us to this page. Again, the multi-view of different funds. Some funds for Jacob, funds for Hans, and the recognition text. Here's the recognition text. I donated as an example this morning, and I put I donated, okay? Or happy to be a donor. These are samples of recognition text, okay? And again, right, the different amounts, or they can specify a specific amount. And if they want to be on a monthly, quarterly, or annually automatic recurring billing type of donation. So once they donate, then the system will account that donation, okay, to the reports in here, okay? It'll show us the name of the donor, okay, the amount, and the source, like how they find out about that fundraiser, the date of it, okay, the payment method, and if they're enrolled in that automatic recurring billing. Okay. Yeah, so that's how it looks like. Okay. Now we go to the best practices, okay, that we need to observe when making a fundraising campaign. Okay. The first is configure your donation receipts. This will ensure donation receipts are sent with complete information. Okay, that's the very first thing that we need to observe or do. Second one is create a ledger for each fundraiser. On that, our example, we have two funds details, one for Jacob and Hans. You can create different ledger for those different fundings. And on top of that, if you have different fundraiser in itself, you can use different ledgers or chart of accounts. It will help your bookkeeper and accountant to generate on financial reports the funds that you generate on a per fundraising basis. Okay. The third is add a fundraising link to your website and member portal. This will provide more visibility of your fundraiser to contacts that visits your member portal and public site. Now, how do you do that? So we go back to the program, okay? So on your member portal, you can put the donation link either on the welcome message in here. See, this is what we did. Donate here. We hyperlink the word here. That'll bring them to the donation page in here when it's clicked. Okay. How you do that, you just go to your member portal, click on the edit icon in here, and just basically highlight the word here. And then if you remember on our donation page in here, you grab this link and then paste it in here in this URL field and you'll click OK. Okay. So that's how you can do it. You can display it here on the welcome message. Another way is actually creating a badge in here. Like in this case, we create a badge called Donate Now. Again, we hyperlink the word click here to donate, or even we use an image and we hyperlink the fundraising link on the image so that if the image is click, it will bring them to the fundraising campaign. How you do it, how you do or create a badge for a fundraiser, you click on manage badge and then just click create. Okay. it'll bring you to this page to populate the fields. Let's go and check the one that we created. Click on Donate Now, and then it will show us what we've done so far. Okay. This is Donate Now badge. One thing to note here is the access point. Okay. If you do not assign any specific access rules, this badge will be available to everyone, members and non-members. But if you want to limit this just to members, you can just select all these membership categories. That means all contacts that belong to these membership categories are the only one that can see that donate badge. Okay. Just a note. Okay. Another way is actually create a donate now header in here. So if they click on donate now, it'll bring them to the fundraising campaign. Now, how do you create a donate now header in here? It's very simple. So you go to modules, go to member portal, and then settings. And then you go to member portal menu item. Over your mouse cursor on the three dots and click manage. And this is where you type in the name of that header. We named it donate now. And then this is where you paste that again, that URL, that fundraising link in this field in here and click save menu item. That way, when they go to your dashboard, they will see three sections, three areas in your member portal where they will be asked to donate, either in the welcome message in here, badge area, and on the header. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our slide. The fourth best practice is to add the fundraising campaign to your membership applications. Membership applicants will then be offered the opportunity to donate to your fundraising campaign. Now, how do you do that? So we go back to the CRM, we go to a membership category, go to membership and then category setup. And then we'll open annual membership. And then this is where we go to the fundraising section in here. Let's just wait for the system to load. There you go. And on the drop down, the system will ask us which fundraising campaign do you want to use. Click on the drop down. Let's just wait for the system to load. Sorry, it's not our system that's slow. It's just probably my computer, my PC. Okay. Let's just wait for it to completely load. And there you go. Oh, it's not yet loading. Let me just reload it. And then go to fundraising again. Let's go to fundraising. Oh, there you go. These are the different fundraising. So youth campaign, we'll use a youth campaign, the one that's active. And then tell the system, when should donations be collected? Is it during the application or both when they renew? Okay. So when someone sends a membership application to this membership category, okay, then after filling up their information on the application form, then they will be asked to donate. And then, of course, they will be presented to the payment page to pay their donation as well as the annual membership application fee. If this is activated as well for renewing members, when someone renews their annual membership, they will be asked to requested to donate as well. And then they will be presented to the page where they will be paying their donation amount, their donation fee, and their renewal fee. Okay. That's another way of making sure that people are aware of your fundraiser is by attaching it to each membership category setup. Okay. Okay, so those are the best practices. Do we have any questions? Okay, please write them down on the Q&A section at the bottom of your page. Okay. If you have any questions or concerns regarding our fundraising module. Okay, there isn't any question, but let me double check. Yep, there isn't any question, but down the line, if you have any questions, please, you can go to our dashboard and you can reach out to us, okay? On our help center, we have a ticketing system and chat system. If your subscription has a chat channel, okay? as well as booking a Zoom call if your subscription allows that. Okay. And I just want to introduce to all in attendance our M365 assistant on top. This is an AI driven help. Just type in the question that you may have, and our AI assistant bot will definitely help you address any of your questions. If your question is not attended correctly, meaning if it's not answered in the way that you expect it, just click on the click here button in here, and the system will automatically create a ticket. It will escalate it to our customer success team for us to help you further. Okay. So we thank you so much for attending this webinar. We recommend that you go to our website, member365.com. Then on the bottom section, there's a section called the webinar. You'll see future webinars there, and you can register for future webinars. Okay. Again, thank you so much for your time. You have a great day.